After dodging reporters' questions for days, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy goes on the defensive today after his controversial move to give Fox News host Tucker Carlson first dibs on tens of thousands of hours of security video from January 6th. Last week, Carlson said he and his team had already gained access to the footage. Democrats, of course, have slammed McCarthy's decision, raising serious concerns about Carlson's false claims about the Capitol attack. They're also worried that certain security operations on the Hill could be made public. Today, McCarthy made no apologies about that decision.
Tucker was interested, so have exclusive, then I'll give it out to the entire country. There's roughly almost 42,000 hours. We're working through that. We work with the Capitol Police as well, so we'll make sure security is taken care of. I know January 6th went through showing things they shouldn't. I know they showed exit routes, my exit route. I know they showed Mike Pence, and I thought that was wrong.
Why give it to someone who is downplayed?
Because I think sunshine matters, so I don't care what side of the issue you are on.
Speaker McCarthy also said he did not talk to Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell about releasing those videos to Carlson. And when he was asked about it, here's what McConnell said.
Senator McConnell, are you comfortable with Speaker McCarthy giving access to January 6th security footage to Tucker Carlson, someone who has downplayed this attack?
Well, going back to when Speaker Pelosi was Speaker, my main concern is the security of the Capitol.
If you couldn't hear that, he dodged. And as for McCarthy's claim that the January 6th committee released video it shouldn't have, the committee's chairperson flatly rejected that.
What we showed to the public was video that we vetted through general counsel, we vetted through the chief of the Capitol Police, and under no circumstances did we push out anything that we felt that would have violated any aspect of the security of this area.
Meanwhile, it was a busy day in Washington. Just across the street from the Capitol, the fate of one of President Biden's key domestic programs was in the hands of the Supreme Court. Today, the justices heard arguments challenging Biden's student loan forgiveness program. The conservative majority questioned the president's power to create the plan, while liberals pointed to what loan forgiveness would mean for millions of Americans.
I think most casual observers would say if you're going to affect the obligations of that many Americans on a subject that's of great controversy, they would think that's something for Congress to act on.
There's 50 million students who are will benefit from this, who today will struggle. Many of them don't have assets sufficient to bail them out after the pandemic.
There's also major news out of the city of Chicago tonight. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has lost her race for re-election in a crowded primary battle. She is the first Chicago mayor in 40 years to lose a bid for another term.